In a country where convenience and pragmatism are practically a way of life, it's no wonder that the Dutch have embraced the digital era with open arms. Life in the Netherlands is all about making the most of every moment. And fortunately, there's an app for just about everything. Hey friends, I lived in the Netherlands for the last 1.5 years and I discovered so many applications I can't imagine my life without. So today I want to share them with you. The first app called NS, and it's short for Nederlandse Spoorwegen or Dutch Railways. It's an excellent app and it's a must if you're arriving to the country. Whether you're tourist or expat, doesn't matter. This app allows you to use Dutch train system. You can buy tickets, you can buy subscriptions, apply for discounts, plan the routes, etc. I actually recommend you check out this subscription system in the NS app because they can make your train trips much cheaper. For example, I usually travel for leisure, touristic purposes, so I usually buy a subscription called off-peak hours, and it makes a 40% discount for all the trips in off-peak hour. I should also mention a separate application called NS International, and it contains all the trains that travel all around Europe. Sometimes it's a NS train, sometimes it's completely different companies, but you can buy a ticket for all your route. For example, you're traveling from Netherlands to France, you can buy all the route in one app and just show the tickets from there. It's really convenient. Both NS and NS International also have websites which are also handy to use, and they both support English language. The next app is also very handy for internationals who just arrived in the country, and it's called Funda because it's the best application to rent a house here. It's also suitable for buying a house, so everything in one app. It has a lot of filters to accommodate any needs for your next place to live. I always have it on my phone, even if I don't looking for a house, just to check it out the prices for houses in specific area I travel to. Funda also has a really convenient website. You may actually prefer it to see the pictures of the apartments in the big screen. It also partially translated to English, and the most important things are translated. I also have videos about buying and renting in the Netherlands. Check them out in the description. Many people have probably heard that Dutch weather can be extremely unpredictable, but Dutch people managing their schedule are really well around these rains, so you have less exposure to wet weather. For that, the best apps here are Buiednradar and Buiednradar. These two apps are really similar. For example, I have Buiednradar on my phone and my wife has Buienalarm. Sometimes one is more correct, sometimes the other, but in general they both correct. After some practice you will get the hang of it and you will manage to avoid rain most of the time, unless of course you have timed appointment. Both apps the best predict weather in 3-hour period. You just use it to check the weather in a very limited amount of time in the future. Both apps are fully in Dutch, but there are not many texts in there, so you won't have problems to figuring things out. I think they also have a website, but I've never used it. The next app called DigiD. Sorry for my pronunciation, my Dutch sounds are still rough around the edges. This is a must-have app if you're planning to live in the Netherlands. Everything related to secure authorization or secure authentication in the government services or tax-related services, entrepreneurship services, etc. requires this app. It's actually quite a brilliant system. You just have one app and all of the government-related organizations and websites supports it. Even some banks require DigiD even to create an account. You just use it as any 2FA authentication app. The app generates your code, you put this code on the website, then you scan the QR code on the website and it's authenticates you. First you will need a BSN number, which is kind of social security number here, but after you will get it, don't forget to sign up for this application. This app also supports English language, but again there are not many texts in it. This app doesn't have a web alternative, it's only mobile application, but you can use this app to authenticate in both websites and other applications. This app I discovered relatively recently, and it allows you to view all the correspondence with the governments of the Netherlands. Sometimes the Dutch government or any government organization will send you a letter, and it probably will get to your house at one day, but in the app you can see it immediately. It also contains all the information about you as a Dutch resident. It has some links to check your pension, to check your taxes and others. There are two ways to access this. There is a Berichtenbox, which is a mobile application you can install on your phone, and also My Overheid, which is a website, but basically it's the same thing. And yes, you will need a DigiD to log in both. Both the website and the application only support Dutch, and of course all the letter Dutch government will send you will be in Dutch. So if you don't speak yet, just use the online translators. Another great application is called Marktplaats. Second-hand market is really common in the Netherlands, and the best place if you want to buy or sell something is Marktplaats. This app is very convenient. I personally already sold a couple of things on Marktplaats. It can be useful if you, for example, don't want to buy furniture for your rented apartment or if you want to buy a second-hand bike. It even conveniently allows you to pay or receive the money right inside the app, and they even act as a third-party security service, so only when both parties are agreed they release the money. Still be aware of scammers. They exist everywhere and Netherlands is no different. So never agree to send any money until you actually get the goods you're buying. It also has an excellent website, but both application and website are fully in Dutch, so translators will be handy here as well. Another application we constantly use is Heijn. This may be not for everyone because you may have another grocery chain near your house like Jumbo or Lidl, but you will need this app if you shop at Heijn, which is the best grocery chain in the world in my opinion. This app has many purposes. You can order grocery delivery, activate your discount card and different types of promo discounts inside the app, and monitor your purchase and bills. You can also exit any Heijn store by just scanning the barcode on your application instead of scanning the bill. You can even scan the goods right the application right inside the store, so at the end at the self-service scanner you will just scan one barcode and all the goods will be loaded in your cart. They also have a website. It has a little fewer features and both application and website fully in Dutch. Next one is Tikkie. Tikkie is more than an app. It's more of a concept than specific application. In the Netherlands, when you eat out with friends or even on a date, it's customary to pay for yourself or at least split the bill equally. You probably heard the English phrase going Dutch, which literally means splitting the bill. But dividing the amount on the napkin and also ask for dividing the bill and then pay for each other, it's a little bit of a hassle, and that's where the idea of the application was born. It allows you to create a payment request and quickly send to all the people participating in the activity. In this case, only one person can pay and then get all the money back from everybody. This app was created by one of the largest Dutch banks, ABN AMRO, and set the standard for other banks as well. Almost all the banks in the Netherlands have some variation of Tikkie. It's usually even included in the main banking app, so separate app is not required. But many people in the Netherlands still call it Tikkie by the name of the original application. So if you hear somebody asking you to send them a Tikkie, it just means to creating a payment link and sending it to them. If you're from the States, it's quite similar to Venmo or Cash App, but it's just with the real banks. I don't really use the original app that much, but I always use this feature inside my bank application. The next is Thuisbezorgd. Again, sorry for my pronunciation, but it's the most popular application for food delivery. This company has many brands and operates worldwide. You maybe heard of them by the names Just Eat or Takeaway, but it originated here in Holland by the name Thuisbezorgd, which translates like home delivery. If you like food delivery, it's an excellent app for your house or for your work. Uber Eats also operates here, but I like them less. I also recommend you to check in local restaurants' websites. Sometimes the delivery could be free there and you also support the local businesses. Thuisbezorgd also has a website that supports many languages, including English. I've already talked about NS app for trains, but there are also a couple of applications that will help you navigate the country. Those apps called 9292 and Google Maps. Both apps are really useful for building your route, checking which type of transportation can get you there. 9292 is a local Dutch app and it's been here forever. It also cooperates with many local transportation companies to get more accurate data. For example, you may even notice some buses have a sticker of 9292 on the back. And it's definitely a fantastic application and I use it a lot, especially when we arrive to the country. But recently I noticed I started using Google Maps more. Google Maps is quite accurate, at least for my standards, and if I have Google Maps anyway, why use two apps? I never had any issues with trams or bus scheduling in the Google Maps. It also supports bus and trams tracking right in the app, so you can see where the specific transportation is located. Also, Google Maps supports bike routes, which 9292 doesn't. I just recommend you to try both and decide whether you need 9292 or you just continue using Google Maps. 9292 also has a website and it's fully in English. Online shopping is huge in the Netherlands. I've seen statistics for 2022 and 8 out of 10 people regularly shop online. You can imagine that most of the stores has online presence here. I've already talked about Heijn and grocery delivery a little bit, so let's talk about shopping for stuff. There are 3 biggest online stores here: bol.com, Coolblue and Amazon. Amazon came to the Netherlands a little bit late, that's why bol.com was born, and it's still a superior store in the country. Bol.com has everything you can imagine and it's usually delivered the next day. I think I only used Amazon a couple of times when I couldn't find something on Bol. You can also use Amazon from other European countries. Here, for example, I used Amazon UK when I wanted to buy PlayStation 5, and it's the only store where it was available in Europe. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive in terms of delivery and sometimes taxes, but not as much. Bol.com is only available in Dutch and French, and Amazon.nl also available in English. Coolblue.nl is more electronic focused store, but I love them for how convenient their website is. It has a lot of comparison, a lot of articles about different types of goods. It's also fully in English, so it's a perfect place when you're trying to pick out something. It's quite common that I just go on the Coolblue, check and read and compare different electronics, and then just go to bol.com and buy it there. But it's not always more expensive on Coolblue, so I ordered many things there as well. One more thing worth noting, if you want to compare prices, there's a website for this called tweakers.net. It's only a website, there is no application, and it's mostly for electronics, but if you want to buy something, just search it there and it will show you the price history on all the stores and where you can buy it the cheapest. And also, of course, the reviews on the store. Very convenient for saving money. And the last one from my list is a WhatsApp. It's not really related to Netherlands per se, but unfortunately it's the most popular messenger app here. You will probably need it for one thing or two. For example, when you're renting an apartment, rental agencies only support WhatsApp. Some of the stores support even only available via WhatsApp. I wish more convenient applications like Telegram or even iMessage were more widely available, but unfortunately WhatsApp is still the dominant product in most of the countries. And as a little bonus, you probably will need a little bit more applications to live here, so let me tell you about several more categories. First is your mobile phone and internet provider. It's great to have app to check all your expenses and manage things there. It's probably gonna be either Adido or Vodafone or KPN, so don't forget to download their application. You will also need your bank application. Many Dutch banks, even the largest one, reducing the amount of offices, so many things are managed through the app or website. Some example of the banks is ABN AMRO, ING, Bunk, or I personally use Revolut. Revolut is recently completely launched in the Netherlands, so you now have a Dutch bank number, which is very convenient. I definitely recommend you to try them. I have a referral link in the description if you want to help the channel. The last two categories is health insurance app and energy provider. Health insurance applications may support things like online doctor, so it's good to have it, and energy providers have some valuable features in terms of tracking how many gas you spend or how many electricity or water. Also, if you have a solar panels like we installed recently, it's very convenient to see how many energy it's come from the sun. That's all for today. I hope it was helpful. Remember to check my playlist with more videos about the Netherlands, and see you in the next video. Doei doei!